Battlefield Fight League 46 weight cutting rules. I'm just going to break everything down here so it's easy to understand. The usual weigh-in time is the same. It's at noon and 6 p.m. the day prior to a fight, which would be October 28th. Fighters who miss weight at noon have till 7 p.m. to come back and make their contracted weight. Fighters who miss weight at 6 p.m. have an hour to come back and make weight by 7 p.m. Now, here are the changes. All the fighters on the card will be weighed in 2 weeks prior to the fight date. All fighters must be within a maximum of 8% of their contracted fight weight. Now, here's an example, just in case some people are confused. Chris Anderson is scheduled to fight at 170 pounds on the card. So 8% of that gives him a maximum of 183.6 pounds. So Chris Anderson must be under 183.6 pounds 2 weeks out from the fight. Now, some people might say, well, what happens if he's over 183.6 pounds? Good question. Well, the fight's not automatically canceled. Here's what happens. We will take, let's say for example, he weighs in at 186 pounds. He's scheduled to fight in at 170. He's allowed to come back under 183.6. He weighs in at 186 instead 2 weeks out. This is what happens. He's over 183.6 pounds by 2.4 pounds. So we'll take that 2.4 pounds added to his 170 pounds, which makes it 172.4. So his camp and his opponent's camp have 24 hours to agree with each other to fight at 172 pounds. So we're going to round it up or down to the nearest pound. If they can't agree to fight at the higher weight, there's no fight. The fight's off. Here's another change. On fight day at 2 p.m., a couple hours before rules meeting, every fighter on the card is weighed in again. All the fighters have to be within 8% of their contracted, within a maximum of 8% of their contracted fight weight. So again, for example, if Chris Anderson on fight day is 184 pounds instead of 183.6, then his fight is definitely off. Fighters are not going to be granted any time, not even a minute, to dehydrate back down to get to within 8% on fight day. In case of injuries or replacements, I mean, we have this all the time. Your opponent gets injured, we find you a new replacement in the last 2 weeks. Some people might say, well, these guys missed the two-week weigh-in. What do we do? This is what happens. All the new fighters still have to be within 8% of the contracted fight weight on fight day. So if somebody signs a fight within 2 weeks, they're going to be weighed in at 2 p.m. on fight day like everybody else, and they have to be within 8%. And that basically sums it up. If you have any questions, just contact us. And on our website, you're going to see your name, you're going to see your opponent's name, you're going to have your contracted fight weight, and in brackets, you're going to have your contracted fight weight plus the 8%. So you know what is the maximum you need to be under 2 weeks out.